yo, what up? Good morning, GM. Thursday, January 16th, 2025. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler Mando. Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Fantastic, man. How are you?
I'm doing fucking great. I kind of want to fight Ovi.
Me too.
I'm doing a partnership with Crypto Fight Night with Hong Kong.
Already?
And yeah, because they partner with us in Miami, and we're partnering with them in Hong Kong right now. I had a call with them last night. And I kind of want to fight him. What do you think, Tyler? I mean, you're too big. I would never see you're a monster.
I think he deserves it for some of his commentary on the timeline.
I think he deserves an ass whooping. I offered him to come on the show to fight right now, and he said no, but he'll come tomorrow. So, he's got this other spaces going on. But
what's the beef? What's the beef about?
He's tweeting again about some fart coin and XBT shit just now, 5 minutes ago.
He keeps
just go look. Get your fucking co-founder in order, dude. Dude, you should go read what he just wrote. He's now comparing mindshare of fart coin and AXBT. I kid you not. Not mindshare, Google Trends. And then Tyler corrected him with the only country that matters, which is America. The only country that matters is the USA in this industry. Clearly, the market does not lie. We saw the news this morning. I mean, we'll get into that, right? But yeah, get your boy. He just, what did he say? He just texted. This would, yeah. I told him Crypto Fight Night. He go, this would do numbers. The thing is, he's got 4 fights under his belt. I've never fought in my life, but I'll fuck him up. Obi, don't tempt me with a good time. I've been working out. I'm pretty there's a lot of muscle on this oversized hoodie. Careful, Ovi. All right. Yeah, Mando. I don't know, dude.
So his take is that AIXBT can flip Fartcoin. Is that what you said?
He made a whole this guy wrote a whole thesis 4-part thread on that. And then this morning he wrote worldwide Google search trends for Fartcoin versus XBT. I'm not hating on those who like to fart, but I think you are all underestimating Ronnie Retail's desire. So he believes that Ronnie Retail buys AIXBT because there's the term AI in the name. And literally, the guy who invented Ronnie Retail for NFTs, Gordon Garner, explained to him why he's wrong. So I don't know.
We had a conversation this morning, right, about how I look at stuff right now, which is on this AI stuff. The first stuff to run was the memes. The second stuff to run was the infra, and the third stuff to run has been the applications. And what we've seen is the memes have rallied, and then they've kind of gone broadly sideways or a little bit lower, even goat's gone lower, right? Then you had the infra, which all peaked probably about 2 weeks ago. It felt like, and then if the memes peaked a month ago, right, and the infra peaked a couple of weeks ago, now everyone's trying to pump the application. So you've seen DeFi. How are you all saying this? How you say DeFi?
No, DeFi.
What is this?
I'm so
DeFi. Okay.
This for so many reasons today. This is one of them. Ovi and this fucking DeFi term.
DeFi, okay. DeFi. And then things like XBT, you started to see some of the metaverse gaming stuff. I think is starting to move into this space. That's when we had the Whoop band, whatever that was called again.
Gains.
What was that? Gains. Yeah. Where's that? I think I own some of that still.
You did. You both did. But what have you done?
I think my honest opinion is that the market wants to pump the applications. the most right now. So I would be very unsurprised if AI XBT flips fart. Really unsurprised, because it's also on ETH. It's also on ETH. So like, but I think what you should maybe look to do is think about those three things and think about where if you want to have bags in either of them. Like you have a bag for the memes, have a bag for the applications, of which there's like Graffan, there's AX XBT, there's maybe Hyper, was it that coin? There's
Hyper 5.
There's like there's so many, right?
Yeah.
Now, and then have one for the infra.
Listen, go ahead. I was gonna actually like get to the topic, but go ahead, Tyler, and then I'll get to the intro. I realized the intro of the show.
I think if that's how it plays out, man, no, I actually think that's a net negative for the whole sector.
I agree.
Memes have topped, infra has topped, and now we're in apps.
It's a bad comparison. It's a bad. You can't compare memes and infra and structure. It's AXBT and Fartcoin, not AXBT versus Fartcoin.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that that's how I think the market is. What it's now trying to pump is that stuff. I think all this space can go higher, right? But here's what happened. We had the memes, and then they all kind of topped. Infra, how many marketplaces were launched in the time of virtual? Like everything was trying to be infra, and now everything's trying to be applications. And I feel as though that's what the market is trying to pump. Like all the DeFi, I don't think I've actually seen anything that innovative now from all the different DeFi things. They're all kind of trying to do the same.
I bought a new Ponzi last night, and apparently it's the next Griffin, but that's about it. Anyways, yeah, I texted over and said, listen, I'm talking a lot of shit right now. You should come on. He's gonna try to come on tomorrow. But anyways, today on the show, oh my god, this is so funny. Sorry guys, this is just so funny. It's been funny. All right, today on the show, what are we gonna talk about today, boys? We're gonna talk about the market, but there's not much to talk about. We're gonna talk about let's pick some fun topics and go on about them. I know we had to put a lot of stuff behind yesterday from Tyler's topics. And then another roll bit loot box spins for y'all. So let's see what you guys we're due, man. I love Red Guy, I love Rug Radio, but I'm tired of seeing Red Guy and Rug Radio wins. All right, roll bit, it's fucking time, dude. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. I didn't open my ad reads. Galaxis is a Web3 platform empowering creators and brands to build unstoppable communities with full ownership and independence, trusted by icons like Donald Trump, Steve Aoki, Mike Tyson, and the NBA, shaping together the future of engagement. And also Fairside Network. Every day we see people's wallets get drained. Fairside is about to launch a fair alternative to insurance for crypto scams. Check out Fairside Network on X. If you get drained, you won't get wrecked. They've got some cool stuff coming up. I think we're going to cover it tomorrow. But anyways, with that, Mando, I'm just going to pass it right back to you. Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah. So we were very strong to finish yesterday. Bitcoin went above 100K briefly. Solana and XRP have been the real gainers today. There's some talk. I don't know if it's just a throwaway comment, but Trump was talking about a reserve for US-based assets, of which XRP and Solana and USDC were mentioned. So you had Solana pump, you had XRP pump. XRP is continuing to near ETH in terms of FDV here. To put it in perspective, the ETH FDV is at 395 billion, and the XRP FDV is at 325 billion. So there's only 70 billion between them right now. So if you were to see a 10% rise in XRP and a 10% fall in ETH, XRP would flip ETH, or roughly around that level. So kind of a crazy move there. I don't know. ETH is obviously based in Switzerland, I think, the foundation, right? Or like you said, Vitalik is a Russian Canadian. So it's like difficult to work out, but not being classed as US, despite obviously a lot of US builders on ETH. Yeah, everyone's getting bullish on those assets. Kind of, we ridiculed a little bit Tyler yesterday, but he was bang on. Like, it does feel as though US #1, baby. Anything US.
USA.
Anyone.
USA.
I thought that was just kind of like a base carp. It doesn't seem to be taxes. It just seems to be like we're gonna make sure these guys are the winner sort of stuff. So interesting to see that narrative. I've only really seen it with the XRP and now Solana. ADA had a bit of a bid for that, but no one seems to care as much about ADA, it feels like, compared to the others. But that would be pretty big, if Solana becomes this like US blockchain alongside XRP, and that could be a reason, honestly, for it to flip ETH. Like maybe I'm late to that narrative, but I thought the XRP bid was really more just about like retail coming in and pumping something. There's not much going on XRP. Let's be honest here.
What do you mean?
But if it's going to get like, if there's going to be a huge amount of institutional adoption, basically pushed by Trump, then it could be bigger than we think it could be here. And maybe I was wrong all along to fade the XRP rally.
Clearly we have been.
I much prefer Solana because I think it has, if it's going to be if it's also going to be US kind of promoted, and it has all this other stuff going on and it's tangible right now, then the fact that it's a third of the market cap of XRP seems kind of crazy. But super bullish. We on the back of that, we kind of saw a sell-off in ETH-based stuff. Interestingly, we also saw a sell-off in like Solana-based stuff too. It felt like mainly because people, I think, were swapping back into SOL, and I think that got people very bullish on maybe owning the base asset. So if you're in JLP, you're having a good day. But if you were in Solana alts, I don't think necessarily you've had like the best day, even with this bullish news about Solana. We saw the AI agent market cap rebound 60% in 2 days, so up to just over 18 billion. I don't know if that was all-time high, but very close to it. The leaders, if you go back, the leaders have been these applications. So like it's been Graffan, it's been AIXBT, and then I guess the only other one was been ARK, but ARK, as we said, has announced this first handshake of a project. All the other DeFi coins have all...
No. We're gonna call it AI-Fi on this show. Let's just
AI-Fi. All the other AI-Fi names have all basically hit all-time high yesterday. Like every single one of the ones I looked at was like, all-time high. So that's seemingly where people are like focused on a little bit more than some of the other sectors of AI right now. This felt like a very bullish day on the back of that. There's some other smaller stuff like MicroStrategy is going to buy another 2 billion. I don't think that's really a surprise to anyone at this stage. You had Hashkey saying Bitcoin's going to 300K in 2025. It looks like Bitfinex was this famous hack, right? They're getting back 80% of the Bitcoin that was hacked.
I just watched a documentary on Netflix. Razzlecan. Did you guys see it? Right. It just came out.
I haven't seen it, but it's a crazy story.
It's a pretty cool documentary.
And then you had Texas and Oklahoma both introducing Bitcoin bills. In terms of macro yesterday, stocks had a really good day. So if I'm just going to focus, I know maybe I'm taking some stuff from Tyler here, but stocks had a really good day. It was the best day since the election, actually, for pretty much every single stock index. Remember, the S&P had given back all of its post-election gains by Monday. So kind of a crazy move there. But yeah, we saw a very, very strong day on the back of that CPI figure. I don't think we're out of the woods from a macro perspective, but I think, as we said on the show yesterday, it was enough to everyone to happy to keep gambling, I think, for the next 3 weeks or so. I think every single data point is going to be very important now, way more important than it was last year. Like when I thought it was kind of a ridicule before, last year when it was like the most important Fed or the most important NFPs or this sort of stuff, I do think these ones could be very big, that have a huge impact on crypto here.
I think there's just so much uncertainty around what are Trump's actions, like what impacts are they going to have on markets. And if those are our primary data points, I think people will point to that. Mando, you may not have seen this because it just came through. It looks like one of the Fed leaders, Waller, is making some comments this morning. Sees 3 to 4 rate cuts this year as possible if good data comes in, and doesn't think a March rate cut can be completely ruled out. And if more good data like this comes in, talking about yesterday's CPI, reasonable to see rate cuts in first half of the year.
Yeah,
I think that's the best. I mean, that's positive news. We kind of talked about this a little bit. Is like Powell turning hawkish. He also said, if you listen to the whole thing, there was nuance. He said, we're going to read the data and see how the data comes out. And the first data read of the year was good, right? So if he continues, he seems like a man who's going to be changing. He's not afraid to change his opinion or direction based on, what the inflation data is saying.
Yeah, I think really what the Fed said in December is going to be data dependent. They basically stopped saying, yeah, we're going to start cutting rates. And they basically said, look, from now on, it's going to be data dependent. So if that data does continue to show like inflation not so bad, then they will cut rates. They're high, rates are high right now. So they have some room to cut.
Does anybody still want to own ETH here? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring this back to this conversation. It's like I see like, ETH is king. Everything else goes up for Oak's ass in the comments. Quack quack. Fuck you, Epic holders. I'm kidding. But dude, and people are saying, yeah, Trump is bidding. First of all, Trump is not buying any ETH. His team is buying ETH with the World Liberty DeFi, which is actually an ETH project. True story. But clearly, XRP is America's coin. I don't even have any XRP. We missed the whole. We missed the cycle trade.
Yeah.
Mando, Bro, Tyler, Keyboard Monkey, D's, fucking you name it. OV, your favorite influencer, Trader Main, the whole Haven motherfuckers, Persian Trader, all y'all. We all missed it. Floor Horse, I don't even name it. You name it. Even the fucking Eugene guy. Everyone. We all missed it. Retail, America's coin.
This part of the
crypto made in America. I mean, someone just commented something saying USA is such a bully. Basically, they're saying whichever coin is made outside USA is illegal. You know what? Their country, they do what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Solana is made in America. Raj out there holding fucking big guns with his big guns. That's my founder right there. Meanwhile, Vitalik is adopting a fucking hippo in Thailand. What do you expect? What do you guys make of that? Tyler, you're Mr. America on this show.
I think it's a big deal.
Huge.
And it's going to continue to be a narrative. And and like we say it all tongue in cheek and we're laughing, but
I'm not really laughing.
He is a simple guy.
Yeah.
He wants the American companies to succeed. He said as much. And I think there's probably some is Solana actually American made? Like I saw it's headquartered in Geneva, I think, but
they all are. They're all in Zug. It's all Zug. Even the Ethereum Foundation, XRP, Cardano, maybe not XRP, but everything's in Zug. There's 1,500 crypto companies out there. It's taxed.
Coming back to your point, it's like ETH versus Sol, and I'm not here just to rag on ETH, right? But like Mert shared the Solana bull case, and like I've been talking with friends about the Solana bull case a little bit over the last year. He lays it out pretty well.
Where is it?
So we knew Fire Dancer was coming. One of the newer things that is now on my radar, maybe it's been out there for a while, is they're talking about reducing the inflation. So changing the token unlock schedule. So that's another potential bull case. You've got, everything else in their ecosystem, which has already been doing well and continuing to have momentum and continuing to grow. So Solana had, I think, the largest increase in devs year over year of the major blockchains. And of course, like meme coins dominated on Solana, and now AI is also leading on Solana.
Yeah.
And now you've got this potential in ETFs. We've already known that ETFs were likely going to happen under a Trump administration in 2025. And now you've got this whole American crypto reserve thing. And maybe that's totally pie in the sky. But No, it's a good narrative. And
Yeah.
if you're thinking about which major to buy, and you see that Ethereum is 4x as expensive from a market cap standpoint, and they're effectively even in a lot of the key metrics, I don't know. I think I like Solana more.
You know what else is made in America?
Fartcoin.
Well, fine. Decrypt, Myriad. Yes. I'm just saying, Decrypt is one of the last media companies standing in crypto made in America. You know, I'm just saying, we're a Delaware Corp. I'm just saying, you know, Rug Radio, Dustin, you can Google it, Dustin Inc., parent company to Rug Radio, Decrypt, Lucky Trader, DGens, and Myriad is made in America.
We're all not in Cayman anymore? Is that what we're saying?
My CEO, the foundation is separate. I'm not the foundation. You know
joking,
you know.
I love this. I love this. Yeah, we're American. We're American. We were always American.
You don't understand. You know, we're America. You don't get it. We're the biggest media, the largest media. We're made in America. My CEO is from Texas. It doesn't get more American than my CEO being from Texas.
Make media American.
DGens Inc. was American based as well.
DGens Inc. was American based.
I'm basically American here.
You're basically American. You're basically American. Yeah. So I'm just putting it out there. You know, Myriad is prediction markets made in America for Americans and also the rest. All right, and with
not
that,
for Americans, dude.
No. Never mind. Myriad Markets is a prediction market made in America, but geofenced in America.
There we go.
But again, but to that point, right? But hold on to that thought, right? Let's just now be more serious. Why are we geofencing? And why are all these crypto companies outside of the USA? And why I like what Trump is doing is because that could change, right? Because with the right government in place, then all of these crypto companies have had to flee America or come back. So I'm super bullish, actually. And actually, I'm pretty sure Gary Gensler's ass was bull posting fucking prediction markets yesterday, right? Stims, you sent me a video or some shit. Anyways, point being, Tyler.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Politics on FOMO, our cause to get candy.
Mando grabbed a lot of these headlines, but I'm going to repeat them, folks, because you may have missed this. Yesterday was such a busy day. There were several macro pro-crypto headlines pouring in on the day, a lot of them tied to Trump. So number one, the SEC under Trump is expected to revamp crypto policy and may pause enforcement actions. That is increasingly important as the SEC opened their appeal in the case against Ripple. Again, yesterday, we had the Department of Justice order the return of the $9 billion in the Bitfinex Bitcoin, folks. That's going to have an impact on the strategic reserve if that does get in place. So there's a bit to unpack there. Texas and Oklahoma introducing their bills for their own strategic Bitcoin reserves. And then Trump now apparently receptive to an American crypto reserve. So a ton happening there. We had MicroStrategy planning to raise $2 billion through perpetual preferred stock offering. And then breaking this morning, Coinbase bringing back Bitcoin loans operated by this Morpho protocol. So that's some nice functionality to return. In token airdrop and protocol news, Justin Sun is offering 20% yield on Tron stablecoin USDD and saying people should stop asking him about where the yield comes from. So don't have sex with the robots and don't ask Justin Sun where the yield comes from. Solve is launching its token on Hyperliquid and BNB this Friday. Jupiter rolled out its airdrop allocation checker yesterday, along with more info on its distribution method. So I saw a lot of folks celebrating those Jupe tokens. Pump Fund facing a lawsuit from Berwick Law on behalf of investors who lost money on the platform. And then Hyperliquid, their assistance fund, crossed $100 million used to rebuy their native hype token. So they are pumping it back in, folks. In AI and crypto, market cap up 20%, 18 billion. Most leaders up 15 to 30% day over day. It looks like some of the gains were given back here this morning. Mobi was a top mover. It jumped to 100 million. AICC, the Accelerate DAO, also jumped about 50%. Alchemy, Buzz, Chaos, all huge winners. AIXBT soared to 940 million in a smashing. or 94 cents, a smashing new all-time high. As it retook the number one mindshare spot. We saw Hollow World, the Ava team, they launched their newest agent, Dwayne. It hit 18 million in market cap. We talked about the AI-16Z robots yesterday, but they introduced their new humanoid robot. Do not try to have sex with them. It's meant to be a productivity partner and companion for users. ARK announced a partnership with Graph for agent memory systems. The Hive, that's your Buzz token, won first place in the Solana hackathon. They won $60,000 in prizes, but that paled in comparison to their token soaring 45% to 115 million. The Function team and Jailbreak came in second and third. Abstract announced an open source repo for creating AI agents with long-term memory systems. And then the Bully team announced that it's the Dolian platform will launch on January 28th. They also gave some new details about an NFT collection, the Zero Bully NFTs. And memes and NFTs, quiet day, really across the board. I think the meme coin majors, though, they were very green this morning, up about 10 to 20%. So nice little rebound in those memes.
I love that. Love hearing all of that. I think we're getting the creator of this robots on the show. No, I think you're working on that.
Just don't have sex with them, all right? Just don't have sex with them.
Yeah, breaking. It looks like we're gonna have Ava.
Whatever you do.
Fuck yeah! I can't wait to talk about this.
And like Shaw tweeted this morning, so I think there were some questions about like, is this a joke? Is this real? He said these are very real. These are very real robots. So
you gotta buy one. You're the only person rich enough to buy one.
Create it herself tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm incredibly excited for that one. Can't miss FOMO hour tomorrow.
I saw her just pop in earlier. I'm looking for her, but I know she was in here listening to the show. All right, so I love that. I can't wait to talk about this. All right, Tyler, let's run through these topics.
If you want, we can do the Jupiter news.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
That was another. It kind of got buried because yesterday was such a big day, but a lot of folks are going to get a nice little airdrop stimulus here from the Jupiter team. Yesterday, they shared new details on the distribution. They launched a checker. I think it's juperwary.jupe.ag is the link, I believe. Of course, double check your links. It seems like, there's different tiers of tokens based on how you use Jupiter. It seems like folks who used more of the Jupiter functionality, like limit orders, DCAs, things like that, were rewarded great, more so than just pure volume. So I think that's a part of their algorithm. But folks need to check wallets. A lot of smaller wallets, low amounts of activity. I'm hearing reports people are getting 50 tokens, 200 tokens.
If you DCA'd, I feel like it was every DCA. Mando, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you did perps on Jupe a bit, but like there's like a lot of people who DCA'd a lot. I got about 30,000 Jupe across wallets, and it's because of my DCAing. Even the wallets with little volume. And I saw this guy who also, like, did you guys see his tweet that went viral? No, I don't know if it's real or not. Yeah. He said that he made $1 million off a coin, but he DCA'd out, and then he got another 100,000 Jupe for DCAing out. I mean, Mando, you're like the Jupe god.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Jupe on this.
Do you have insight into like how you think they did the allo based on some of your personal experience?
I don't know. Like, I have JLP in a lot of wallets, so maybe it was to do with that. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
I am kind of boomer in that I have very rarely used Photon and BitMEX. So I'm mainly like a Jupiter guy, but also like, yeah, my volumes is not small. So I think, I don't know. This is definitely one of the biggest airdrops I've gotten in. It's shaping up to be.
It's actually pretty wild. I mean, your ape airdrop was ridiculous.
Ape airdrop is like completely different.
Millions, yes, crazy. Yeah. Mando, just so you know, you're invited. I'm in Lisbon for the week for a certain football match and have an extra VIP ticket. I'm pretty sure that's against Barcelona. The Champions League.
I don't know.
Yeah, Benfica is playing Barcelona this week on the 25th. I got a myriad marking on it.
Okay.
That's how I know. So just so you know, Cryptoholic21 is invited you VIP. Maybe check if he's not going to kidnap or murder you, but like that's not bad. That's it. Cryptoholic21.
That'll be a wild game. That'll be a wild game.
You're invited. VIP ticket. Clearly, like you're invited by Cryptoholic21 on X. I actually got invited to the Manchester City one in Paris in the box next week, but my ass is here and it's gonna be negative 35 degrees, so I ain't moving. Yeah, man, you should reach out to the boy. You got invited. Anyways, Tyler.
I think I'm back in Lisbon, so maybe yeah.
And in Barcelona
I'm in London now, but
none of my mate wants to come. Dude, you need to change mates. That's crazy. None of his friends wants to go. You gotta go with the guy. This is a great story. Yeah. Cryptoholic. I don't know. I'll let you handle this. Take it from there. But I was supposed to be in Portugal this week too. Sadly, had to cancel. Anyways.
Anyways. Why are you not? When are you coming?
Well, Locks is there with Elon. Elon's coming Sunday, but your boy has to stay back. We have too much work. Like, honestly. So I was supposed to be there this week.
I thought you were moving.
I am moving when I have time. Don't even, please, like, the show is the only time I'm not freaking out about my work. I have like 5 months to leave. Not even. All right, let's go back. Yeah, aside from being a Twitter Spaces host, y'all, I do run a 50-person company. Anyways, Tyler, what else do we got?
I mean, the AI stuff are the most exciting of all this. Amanda kind of went there at the beginning, but I feel like we can dive in.
Go again.
A little bit. So yeah, it looks like the leaders all jumped like 30% yesterday. It does look like we're giving back some of those gains. I was looking back at the chart. So the total market cap did hit 20 billion, a little bit over 20 billion. So we were still about 10, 12% off of all-time highs for the broader market. So still some room to go there. I think a very clear signal this week that both the AI sector is here to stay, and I think these leaders are here to stay. I think there's some nuance, and is it the infra? Is it the new apps? But listen, I mean, Virtual's up. How much is Virtual's up off the bottom here? So this thing, 220, it's up. So it's up 50% off the bottom. AI 16Z, it's down a little bit, but it did a full 50 to 60% off the bottom before it dipped here this morning. We can put Farcoin aside for now. AI XBT is, one of the shiniest new rockets and showing us how high some of these tokens can actually start to go. So it hit 94 cents. It's at 80 cents right now. I think that what I'm reading into AI XBT here, I think there's a lot to unpack. The Binance spot is something you want to have for your token.
Yeah,
I think that was actually in question a little bit because the perps we know have been terrible. The coins who just have the perps, they were getting murdered. And then even when AXBT had the spot, it pumped, and then that pump sold off. And like some folks were pointing to that as just a red flag for the broader sector, right? But then as soon as we have the sector reversal, guess what? The single biggest mover on the day was the one with the Binance spot listing. And I think that's absolutely a part of it, right? Because, I mean, it's not like some news came out yesterday about AIXBT that it's, that would have made it move so much more. Well, it was interesting. So I ran a poll yesterday about how people think about AIXBT as a meme or as a utility token. And notably, like the response were split right down the middle. It was nearly 50-50. And as I think about it, the reason I ran that poll is at 90 cents, access to the AIXBT terminal costs $540,000. So
aren't they doing tiered access though next week?
They are. I think there's been chatter about tiers. There's been chatter about subscription model, but I think that as a token holder is bearish. A subscription model to me is bearish because I don't think people will want to pay for the subscription.
So I think that's a fair case in that utility often is met with bearishness. I would say the main difference with AIXBT here, and the reason why I think it can continue to go higher potentially, even if that doesn't quite work out, is because it is the #1 influencer on. That's
my entire thesis.
So like, even if something doesn't work out, it can just be something else, So like, there's something to be said. It's building something real, which is this terminal, but then it could also go into an infra style play. It when you have that much attention, you can kind of do it, particularly, and you're in this sector.
Mm.
If this was a 50 or like this is one of these applications with 20,000 followers and we were owning it and we were hoping that it could like move up higher, you've kind of got one shot, right? You kind of got one shot for this to work out, and if it doesn't work out, that thing can like just go to zero. This feels like even if that terminal doesn't quite hit in terms of users, I think people will just give it the benefit of the doubt in terms of, right, well, it's going to be able to do a lot with the position it's in. Kind of the same as virtuals, right? Do you remember like virtual? But no one was using virtuals agents, and they still pumped it to 5 billion because it was seen as like a leader. I kind of feel like that's similar here in that it's on ETH, which means that there's fewer winners. It's got the Binance spot listing, and now it's like the number one KOL. This can just be one of a few different things it tries to do, I reckon. In the same way that Truth Terminal had that as well, and still I think has that possibility. Like I think a lot of people are following it, so it can do a lot.
I like that thesis.
It's going to continue to have the mind share, and I think
It's all mind share.
Trading as on mimetic value, I think it has really no ceiling. But when I see like the Ru Kangs of the world come in and write their theses about the subscription model, like
I'm very careful what Andrew Kang is writing.
What happens if this thing brings in $200,000 in the subscription model? And now you see that's valued at $700 million.
Whatever Andrew Kang says, I would believe the opposite. Personally speaking,
that's basically what I'd say. Like Virtuals is doing. I mean, let's have a look. Let's bring up June dashboard right now.
Yeah, send it.
Virtuals agents.
Do you mind sending it to me, or do you want me to find it?
Yeah.
I can find it.
I'll put it into the private chat. Okay. Oh no,
yeah.
do we even have a private chat?
This is in the FOMO chat.
I'll put it in the FOMO chat. I haven't seen this, so I actually don't even know the numbers.
Okay, got it. Here, let's have a look. I personally like, just while we pull this up, I think it's a fully KOL thing. Creator like AIXBT is the biggest KOL in crypto.
So since the start of the year, Virtuals has made probably on average less than 100 grand a day. In the last week, it's made more like 50 to 70 grand. So if you go down, that's the number of agents. If you go down slightly on this Farouk, you can see the protocol revenue, right? Go up.
Is it in here?
You skipped out.
Yeah.
That's the protocol revenue. See? No, to the right. See the chart. Right, like look at that chart. It's not like Virtuals is making much money, right? Like, so I agree that like utility can be bearish. In some ways, I think it's more bearish for Virtuals than it is for as I just described with AIXBT, because it has so much mind share. Like it can do, if this doesn't work out, it can do something else. Like Virtuals is this is what Virtuals does. It's not really making that much money anymore. Yeah, it's trading at 3.5 billion.
Man, that's so like, I mean, is this a risk to the entire ecosystem? Because all the native tokens are priced in Virtuals, right? So like if Virtuals corrects,
I'm just telling you, we're in the pre-revenue stage. You know, there's that famous. You don't want to have you want to be a pre-revenue. Like they're starting to show revenue, but there's still the expectation there can be something new in the future, which takes us to some crazy level. So I feel like we're in the pre-revenue stage still. Like I don't think low revenue is stopping people from pumping these tokens.
Okay.
I mean, looking at this chart,
that is a crazy chart. Look at that chart, man. That is actually kind of nuts, isn't it?
I mean, it's the most bearish chart in the history of AI.
It makes their move to burn all their revenue, pumping their agent tokens. It looks more like a Hail Mary than like a chess move to me.
Yeah,
because they don't have revenue coming in the door, so they're like, or not the pace that it was. And I don't think it's going to spike. Like, it's not like Virtuals is the pump fund for AI agents. There's dozens of launches.
And Pump Fund doesn't even have a token yet. Can you imagine?
They will continue to have launches, but they will be small in number. So like the days of 10 million, $3 million days, like those days are in the past.
Yeah.
We got to change topics before I.
Yeah.
Well, I don't hold any Virtuals tokens. I do. I own.
I only have Rect and the XBT, I guess now. That are they virtual tokens? They are, right? Technically. So the code today, rafflebot.xyz, rafflebot.xyz. I just finished the loot box actually. The code today is America. In honor of our friend Tyler did it. America is the code for today's Robit loot box spin. So make sure you put the code in and try and win a punk or an ape or red guy or rugs today. Hopefully only a punk or a pudgy. Sorry. So let's see that. All right. What else you got for us, Tyler?
We got to talk about the AI-fi sector, otherwise known as DeFi. So
Explain to me
Graffan,
what it is then. Like, I'm really confused again.
my definition is it's the agents and launch pads for agents that give them functionality to operate on chain. And like whatever you think is a DeFi transaction, an AI agent that can do that. So it's not chatbots, it's agents that can trade and actually execute functionality on chain. Graffan is the number one in that bucket. I mean, I think there's we've made the case, like, is AI 16Z, is virtuals technically, if they enable that, let's put that aside for now. Graffan's number one. It flipped FAI yesterday. So it's the number 5 token, got to 540 million. Hey Anon, Daniel Sesta's token, like I tweeted out the chart today. It's probably the single strongest upwards momentum of any single AI token. It hasn't had a pullback more than 25%. And it's up 17x in the last 2 weeks. It's at $23, nearly, I think, 300 to 400 million FDV. Then you've got beneath that, you've got tokens like Orbit. The Grift is the ticker that hit 150 million, an all-time high yesterday. Buzz, the Hive team. So the Hive team won the Solana hackathon yesterday. So I think part of the buzz, pun intended, around that token was that they were doing well in the hackathon. They did officially win that hackathon, and their prize, putting the 60K aside, was that the Solana degens pumped their token to 120 million. So we knew these hackathons were being watched, but it is a big deal to win these hackathons because folks are going to buy your token.
I bought the wrong Hive token, by the way. I lost $60,000.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
It's all good. We all make mistakes. But I realized last night, and then I had to sell it.
Oh, that's
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think I may have lost even, like, it's anywhere between 60 and 100K. I do too much trading. Like, I move too much around these wallets to do the math, but Sobi and I and Benny, I think, collectively lost like 200 grand. Because
what? Sorry, what?
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
So we all had the wrong token?
We bought this shit. I mean, it's actually not looking bad. So what's the difference between Hive and Buzz?
Uh,
I bought this.
I don't know what this is.
This is actually like, so I have none anymore, but this actually looks good. So I was confused. I was like, this chart looks good. And it's Hive. And then a bunch of people I know follow it. So see, that's the danger, right? Like, not a bunch of people. I mean,
I follow this one.
Even Malcolm does.
I follow this.
Pawn Lord follows it. No, you don't. Not this one.
No.
See? Different one. So see, look, Psydoc, Pawn Lord, MacD Gods, and Loxley. So I'm like, the fuck?
My gut read is this one trades solely based on people who are mistaking it for the other one.
Right. And so I bought this one. And turns out the DeFi one, the fucking AI-fi one, was Buzz.
Yeah.
Which is this. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's doing it.
I know. So I got cooked on that. Like, I was so annoyed last night. I was like, bruh, really? Because that bitch has been blindly, but I guess that's a danger, right? I just been blindly aping CAs that are around AI and have a good grift tied to them. So like, if the grift is good enough to like make people buy it, just buy it. Like, what's the narrative? Oh, it's the next Griffin. All right, good, perfect. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't hit. Like last night, you know, someone hit me with whispers or something, and I hit it, and now it just went to 27 mil. Just now, I just had a God candle on the show.
Nice.
So it's like, and I don't know what it is. I just, Keyboard Monkey sent me a CA, and I bought it. Yeah. anyways, Rect is actually a good example. We should talk about Rect. By the way, obviously for disclosure, bags. I mean, I have an enormous bag of Rect, but it is OV is killing it, dude. I have to give him credit, dude. Like the whole base bridge, which is very smart, but on top of that, building this AI agent around his art, but also with his personality. And now it's a top 10 mindshare AI agent, but it's the only AI agent with top 10 mindshare that's sub 100 mil. I mean, Mando, you just mentioned it first, but like, it's pretty impressive. Like, Ovi's gone full dev mode. He's deving the whole thing himself. He's coding. He's actually coding. I asked him.
He's got some stuff coming with it. Yeah, he's got some stuff coming with it.
He tweeted about that.
Yeah, some stuff. I think that will be announced maybe today or very, very soon.
Yeah, he tweeted about it yesterday, so it's not even a secret, right? But like, okay, now
he's gone from like he's gone from hating all this stuff to like all in, which I think is really smart.
Yeah,
I think he's done a good job of like integrating AI without like being obnoxious about it or just like this.
Yeah.
Like he's just tying it to, the brand.
Yeah. Red Gay is great, by the way. And listen, Ovi tweeted that he's transitioning and he's created Red Gay. So it's even like a really open, it's really open AI.
He launched GayFi. Yeah,
he literally launched GayFi. Like GAI.
Have you seen this drama about Ross, the Ross coin?
Yes.
What?
A little bit.
God damn it. What now?
So there's a Ross Ulbricht coin that's come out, a new one, which like Anthem's been called out for shilling, but the other one is like full sending right now.
Fuck, I had the wrong one. I had
the old one.
The old one's sending now.
It's 30 million.
I had the Ross's mouse at some point.
Sorry.
Oh wow! So this one sold off until it came back. So what happened?
What's the drama?
Like, someone else launched a new Ross token, and then they added an AI component to it to like help it reach. I have not dug into this. I saw people in the replies saying like the new one was like heavily bundled, all this. Like,
oh my god! Look at this candle.
That's the old one. That's the good Ross.
Is it? Dude, what's going on here, man? I can't keep up. Oh wow! Oh wow!
Ross coin is the new one. Yeah. Okay.
What the hell?
I mean, it's doing pretty well too. This is your worst case scenario if you're the old Ross.
So what do we think? Let's talk about the more serious side of this Ross thing. What do we think? Do we think Trump executively orders the freedom of Ross Ulbricht day one?
He said as much, right? I actually have to go back through all of Trump's promises.
That was the big one.
It was not like a main one. It was never like
for crypto. It was one of the big ones, right?
On his list, I don't think.
Yeah. A lot of people saying he doesn't think day one. I think like because like we talked about this a lot in private, right, Tyler? Like what moves the needle day one for crypto? I don't think like we're gonna get a strategic reserve on the first day, but I think there's 106,000 Bitcoin, right? I think was it you that sent it? They have 106,000 Bitcoin. And so that would put them at half the Bitcoin holder ownership as China by just like deciding not to sell them. I think like an executive order on saying we're not selling the Bitcoin America has already is enough to move our market past 110K, honestly.
Oh, what was interesting about all that? So that if the US gives the Bitfinex Bitcoin back, that cuts its reserve by 50%.
I see.
Like that's like half of its Bitcoin, half of the US Bitcoin. So now folks are starting to think,
that's the read.
Catalyst for buying more.
I had the wrong read. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't read the tweet right. Okay, I see what you mean. Huh. Interesting.
I don't think he will sign an executive order to free Ross on day one. No.
Really?
I would not.
Is that a myriad market? I know we have how many markets. We have how many executive orders he's gonna call for, but I don't know about the rest.
If he can only do 3 crypto related things on day one, like do you want him focused on that? Like, do you want that to be number one?
like I stand by my call that like 2 of the 3, let's say, are going to be free Ross and to decide not to sell the Bitcoin that they own. I think those are lower hanging fruit day one executive orders on crypto. I think strategic reserve does take a long time. You can't just call for one right away. There's a lot of intricacies, right? I don't know. Mando, what do you think?
I think free Ross will be definitely one of the first. That's just my gut. Just because it's so easy for him to do. It's like a low hanging fruit for him to do. It's not going to be what we want, but I think it'll be like he's not going to get criticized for it. Basically, is what I think.
Yeah, it would be interesting, and also the message it sends, I think, is big because the free Ross was like the first promise he made, Tyler, and I think that by freeing Ross, you assume that the other promises will be kept during that 4-year period. That's my thesis.
I think we want to see at least one crypto thing on it, because if not, then everything we've been celebrating this week is like, oh.
Wow. Project 2025 has 100+ executive orders drafted for him to sign. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the over 10 here on Myriad. I took the over 10 on Myriad for that. All right. Well, look, I think we went around the horn pretty well here today. Market's interesting. I guess we'll see where we're at tomorrow, but looks like we're ranging again. Look at this clockwork, Mando. Clockwork, this range. Clockwork. Straight up.
Dude.
Literally clockwork.
What? Yeah.
That's all I did. I just for fun to see literal clockwork on this one, like, you know, lines.
What I think is good is that we've seen Bitcoin dominance come down a little bit.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see
hopefully.
that. Oh, well, the bull case is this, right? Like you dip a bit over the weekend, low volatility, and then Jan 20 is here, and then he executive orders. So this is, I think, what's happened, right? It's like we dip higher low again here. So what, like Jan this weekend, probably, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised to see one last shakeout to 92K to just scare the last remaining bitches out, and then we're good. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get into this.
We have 6 months of it.
Stop it. Stop it, because you know a side of me agrees with that. But I don't want to. I mean, that doesn't mean it's bearish for the AI coin. Like that could AI coins could go to multi-billions under Bitcoin ranging for 6 months, right? So it's like Solana XRP could go to $500 with Bitcoin ranging, like, you know. So, anyways, Sams, let's do it. The code was America. You guys have a few seconds left. I'm assuming you put the code, but let's get this going. Your boy has to go to work. Man, the beginning of January is all right. Let's go. Heather A.R. Let's go, Heather. You win. Congratulations. Heather A.R. Congratulations, Heather A.R. Heather A.R. Get on stage. Congratulations. Artist and pattern designer, making art and friends in Web3, custom hand painted art and collabs. Dude, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Last time a woman won, I think it was Miss Hennessy with the punk. Dare I say so myself? Or was it? You know, what up, Heather?
We did another reroll. They won a punk as well.
Yeah. What's up, Heather? How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. GM,
are you ready to win some money?
I am so ready.
Oh my God, I'm hyped. Listen, I got 2 punks in there.
There's female punks. Come on.
And there are 2 female punks in there too. I picked them this morning.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's spin. All right, let's bless this one. Get it, Heather. Let's go. Well, that was a quick spin. All right, well, you win a red guy. Congrats. Oh, that's a cute red guy. I love that. You made $2,000, Heather. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. That was like a quick spin. What happened there? I don't know. I just hit spin. And all right, well, look, red guy. I love that. Love to see that. So you're a red girl now, Heather. Welcome to the pack. And with that, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.